Yeah, hi, I'm calling to say that I'm just leaving the house, my apartment now. And it should take, slightly under an hour because I have to take 2 subway trains. I'm bringing your phone number with me so that he can just look at it and call you, if that works better for you. All right. All right, thank you. I think it'll be easier if I just write down their phone number on this piece of paper instead of on that little card. It'll be easier for you to read it. Oh, I wrote down the directions how to get to the venue tonight on this piece of paper. 64 degrees, now low 50. I'll take 2 sweaters. A performance day is where I do some work on the computer, checking emails and stuff like that. And then I time it so that I do a full workout. I get into this, then I put on my shoes and my socks and my shoes and my skirt, and if it's cold, my sweater. And I get on the subway and I go to the venue so that I time it so that by the time I get to the venue, my body's still warm. I love moving my body. I just love moving my body, but I was just never great at ballet, jazz, and modern dance. I wanted a way of moving that would make me so special and so unique that no other dancer could compete with me. If I was going to get paid to move my body and be a professional entertainer, I would have to find a way to move my body that was real special that nobody else could do so that I could get the gigs. Because I sure wasn't going to get them doing ballet, jazz, and modern dance. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. That's the serenity prayer. The month of March, this past March, I had so many gigs. That month was packed with gigs. I hadn't had so many gigs in one month since 2010. That's how many years. And then at the end of March, it all just stopped. Do I have to wait 15 fucking goddamn years of 1 or 2 or 3 a month before that happens again? I hope not. But that's what stresses me out, is that I hate not performing. That's me, a promo of me performing in 1991. I have to put the DVD player in. Notice the tail is like a little tuft. It's not the usual long tail that most cats have. So it is a very rare, very special breed of cat, an Oyihi bobtail from the upper west coast of the United States. I have to do something to make it play. Oh, Jesus. Ah, there it is. The medical industrial complex hates people like me because they can't make money off of me. I eat all organic food. I exercise daily. I try to live as healthy as possible. I never get sick. And I'm there to, stick my thumb in the eye of the bastards who want to addict people to their poisonous products, who have to take their drugs all the time and are never quite well. And that's how they make money on the medical merry-go-round for life. I had met a Taiwanese man, used his connections in Taiwan to get me over there. It did turn out to be the best 2 years of my life. And I really began to live a dream. How far away is my foot from my head? when I slide and my rear end is on my head. Can you believe that? I was bulimic at the time. My God. Now the cilantro leaves I have to pull apart by hand. I was at one time when I was 15, 150 pounds. If you can imagine, I weigh 100 pounds now. You know, I was plump. All my dance teachers were constantly yelling at me to lose weight. So I became bulimic as a way to lose weight and have my cake and eat it too and get the dancer's body that, you know, I really wanted to have. So I was bulimic for 30 years, so I could binge and purge, but I paid a terrible price. My joints did not get good nutrition. That's how I injured my spine. It's how I injured my shoulders. It's how my hips became very arthritic, and I had to have 2 hip replacements. That's why I tore the rotator cuffs in both shoulders and disintegrated a disc in my spine. Remember the 5th of November. I was doing this exercise in my bathroom at around 10 p.m. And when I pivoted to do the front extension, my hip replacement popped out. For the 9th time. Here's where, when I did this on November 5th with my right leg, the hip popped right out of the hip socket, so I can never do this again with my right leg. Now I'm going to have to close the door and go to the bathroom. Part of the consequences of being bulimic is that I lost all my teeth. That happens because of the acid that comes up when you purge. I could never get used to dentures. I have to chop everything I eat into little bitty pieces. Usually I'm playing some interesting news or interview or information programs because it can get really tedious. Arr, shiver me timbers! Ahoy, mateys! Amazing Amy, the bendy buccaneer. Yo-ho yoga, stretching across the 7 seas. The only pirate-themed contortion act on the planet. And I also have Jedi Yoga, yoga, stretching from a galaxy far, far away. The Force is flexible with this one. The only Star Wars-themed contortion act in the cosmos. Many years training it takes. Very difficult to do. It is. Do or do not. There is no try. The Force, may it with you be. 40 years ago, I was reading 1984 and Brave New World. At the time, I would breathe a sigh of relief and say, oh, thank God I'm living in this democracy, United States, Constitution and all that. Now suddenly we're living in it and I hate it. I absolutely hate it. Klaus Schwab, who recently retired head of the World Economic Forum, has an advisor called Yuval Noah Harari, who talks about enslaving humans and useless eaters because the powers that shouldn't be, they want to be God. Everything that's horrible that's going on in the world that's assaulting humanity are all interconnected and part of the globalist technocratic total slavery agenda. So when I'm not performing, it's very depressing. I really just live to perform and perform to live. I'm not afraid of death. because I know that I will rejoin the ancestors and so on. What I am afraid of is becoming so disabled that I can't perform. That terrifies me. I'll never forget, I was in Taiwan and I had done a performance for the Taipei Mandarin Training Center student variety show. And I won the first prize doing, a martial art contortion act. And when I won, I called my father to tell him I won the first prize. I still have the trophies sitting on a shelf in the other room. And he said, "Oh, that's nothing. Doesn't mean anything. It's not important." And I said, "To me, it's important, and I wanted you to be proud of me. It might not be important to the vast universe and the great cosmos of, billions and billions of galaxies, like Carl Sagan would say, billions and billions. In terms of the scale of the universe, it might be insignificant, but down here on planet Earth, in my life, for me personally, it's very important, and I wanted you to be proud." That's what I said to my father. I do this vision meditation thing where I imagine that years from now, I will drop dead in the middle of a performance and I won't know what hit me. Unity of mind, body, and spirit, harmony between heaven, earth, and all living beings. This performance is dedicated to all my relatives, and this is the Native American prayer. Dedicated to the two-leggeds, the four-leggeds, the furred, the winged, the finned, the scaled, the six-legged, the eight-legged, the creepy-crawlies, the microscopic, all my relatives, all in harmony. Blessings,
She'll get there eventually, guys. Don't worry. Amy, you've got this. Everyone say Amy. Amy.